Hello everyone, here we are. We are currently in, I don't know the name of this castle. Faraday Castle, that was it. I do know the name of it apparently. Alright, so we just joined their military as mercenaries apparently. This is the royal bedchamber. You really shouldn't go in there, you know, it's awfully rude. If you're wondering what that rum contraption shuffling around the corner is, it's a variety of automaton. What's it called, you ask? I believe it is known as the automated debris aspirator. It's just a thing on and it busies itself sucking up dust and other undesirable substances. It can be rather temperamental, mind you. Sister looks at the bookshelves. There's a book entitled The Analects of Confucius. Sister takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. Do not fear death. There may yet be surprises awaiting you in the next world. Or there may be not. In which case, be afraid. There's a book entitled The Analects of Confucius. There is no right or wrong in battle. There are only the living and the dead. So does that make battle right or wrong? The picture hangs on the wall. Alright. Before we talk to the king, we're going to explore the castle a bit. Oh, I simply can't wait to see our beloved palace guard leap into action. They're such an awfully dashing lot. I do apologize. I should explain. When the guys spy anything suspicious, they immediately leap down into the trapdoor there to report it. It's just the most breathtaking display of bravery and stoic fulfillment of a duty. It sets my heart a quiver, something awful. There may come a day when the automaton horde stands at the gate of our castle. It is my duty to be my kingdom, nay, my civilization, to be ready for them. Oh, there's barrels there. Hang on. Gotta break those open. There'll be mini metal in them. Nope, there's nothing in them. But the chance of there being one is what makes it important to check. Automaton aren't like us, you know. They never grow weary, and no matter how many fall in battle, they are always being built to take their place. I know one shouldn't say so, but I'm afraid our prospects might look a little bleak. Alright. Visiting the castle, are you? Have you met our princess yet? Oh, you haven't? Well, she does rather favor an obscure spot, so it's not entirely surprising, I suppose. If you want to see her, cross that bridge and go down the corridor there. Pop through the door on your left and Bob's your uncle. Ah, there's a mini medal. We're finally starting to get a bunch of them. Okay. The best thing one could do before going out to battle is strap on the old feed bag. I say, could I get another slice of squirrel pie and a dash of calf's foot jelly? Some slink and a helping of broxy? That man is a shocking bad hat, let me tell you. This is not a soup kitchen. All the writer does is eat, and I have to eat. And have I ever seen him lift a finger to make himself useful to anyone? No, I have not. Let's go see the princess. Tell me, do you think the automata have souls? Do you think they would feel anything if they gazed upon beautiful flowers such as these? Would they find solace and comfort in the way the water catches the afternoon sun? No, I rather fear not. They have no feelings, and that's what makes them the most fearsome adversary imaginable. Indeed. Indeed. When your enemy has no soul, how can you hope to win? There's a duster. So here's an underground bolt hole where the king and top brass can scarp it in the extremis. Strictly speaking, it's not somewhere raw recruits should be nosing around, and if you did decide to pull that lever, I certainly wouldn't be telling anyone. I'm busy stockpiling food to get this room ready for emergencies. Who knows, the king might need to hide down here for days on end. Let's just break all their jars. Ah, City Resilience, perfect. It was worth them down here. Yeah, we have above 40 resilience now. Alright, so what's up in the rest of the area of this castle? What is this? Okay. Nothing worthwhile. Not so long ago, the castle was jammed to the rafters for travelers, and there was more merrymaking than we knew what to do with. Now it's a rare sight to see anyone who isn't in armor. The fun's rather gone out of the old place. It's especially dull now. Most of the best troops have been posted on to Frobisher to the northeast. All the gang have gone, you know. Chalky, Smythe, old Biffa. Sorry to hear that. Ah, I see the strength. I rather like my seeds of strength and various other things that I get. Yeah, increased by 2, perfect. But by crikey! Nothing to report, Captain. Hold on, you're not Captain Goodwinning. Would you mind awfully not sneaking up on me like that? Alright, so there's one more area to check before we talk to the king, and that's just up here. I've just been hired, you know, and between you and me, I haven't the foggiest of what's going on. I mean, what's an automaton when it's at home? Certainly doesn't sound that frightening to me. Do you mind? I'm trying to keep a lookout here. If I found a spot in an approaching army of automata, there'll be hell to pay. What does this do? I didn't talk to him. What's he got to say? Oh, my old man's a dustbin. He wears a dustbin hat. His lifeless eyes and siren thighs are enough to knock you flat. I bunked him on the head one day and it rang out like a gong. He's a nickel noggin ne'er-do-well, me old automaton. I'm penning a musical hall classic to skewer the sensibilities of those tin-skinned brutes. Though I fear for all their metal plating, they may still lack a sense of irony. That was terrible. His Highness is desperately fatigued. I trust you will keep this brief. Fresh faces, eh? More raw recruits? Shouldn't wonder. And probably mercenaries to do it. Time was we wouldn't have dreamed of pressing every passing wastrel into service. It's a dash ungentlemanly business. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and with these automaton running amok, desperate is something close to an understatement. My duty as king is to defend our great nation by any means necessary. Gentlemanly conduct is, unfortunately, a luxury we can ill afford. Nonetheless, we must maintain at least a bare minimum of decorum, I suppose. May I ask your name? Pleased to meet you, Your Majesty. My name is Maribel. The name's Kiefer. Ruff. My name's Ruff. Nice to meet you. Can we be friends? I hope so. Your name is Sassere, you say? I see. I trust I can depend on you to do all that is in your kingdom to defend the interests of my kingdom. Very good. Now, I am sure Captain Goodwinding has duties for you to attend to. Be on your way, and do not bring the name of my kingdom into disrepute, or I shall hear of it. Captain Goodwinding reporting, Your Majesty. So, how do things stand in Frobisher? Alas, the struggle against the automaton horde shows no sign of abating. I rather fear that neither the troops nor the townspeople will prevail for much longer. I see. These things are far from ideal. I'm afraid so, Your Majesty. I can only apologize that our efforts have fallen so very short. It cannot be helped. We are bloody, but unbowed. Indeed, Your Majesty. I'm currently devising a radical new strategy, and our counterattack will commence presently. Very good. Now, I have just had the immeasurable pleasure of meeting some of our newest recruits. I should actually inform them of their duties, and when you have, you should rest. You look exhausted, man. Yes, Your Majesty. Return to the officers' mess and await further instruction. I have a new strategy to unveil, and you may rest assured you shall have your part to play. Well, let's go to the officers' mess. We've already explored the castle and got some stat seeds, so might as well move on and see what's going to happen from here. Ah, there you are. I believe that's everyone. Let's get this little conflab underway, shall we? Now, I have just returned from Frobisher, as you know all too well. This is the front line in our war against the automata. As you also know, the town is serving as a forward bulwark, stemming the onward progress of the enemy forces. The doughty townspeople and our troops are valiantly facing down our foes, but though it pains me to say, they are at a breaking point. If things continue as they are, Frobisher will be overrun and the castle put at grave risk. I can hardly remind you of how dire the consequence would be if our last bastion were to fall. It is no exaggeration to say it would spell the end for our kingdom. This being the case, we have no choice. We must gird our loins and reverse the advance of the automaton horde. But there's just one problem. In terms of sheer numbers, we are no match for our foe. Which is why we need a peerless plan, a strategy sans parallel. A tactical tour de force that will leave our enemies utterly confounded. Any ideas? Well, we'll give it some thought, shall we? I'm sure a frank and open exchange of opinions will yield results. I know, how's this for strategy? We fight our bally hardest until we win. Sorry, that's the best I could do at short notice. Well, we know where their base is, that's something. We can't very well just march in there and expect to win. We don't have enough men to get the job done. The accursed things must have a switch or something that could turn them off, mustn't they? You know, like those cleaning machines you see about the place. Well, if we try to launch a full-scale assault, they'll see us coming a mile off. If only there was some way of stealing a march on them and striking from behind. I know the captain's not going to want to hear this, but I think we need to have a word with old Autonomous. If you want to know about the automata, who better to ask? So this is how things seem to me. Our enemy has no weak points that we are aware of. Any attempts to scare or starve them simply will not work, and a direct assault is clearly out of the question. Which is to say, we face an enemy to which none of our standard strategies can be applied. Really, this is quite the conjuring. Alright, let's see what bright ideas we've come up with, shall we? Even with us to help out, I don't think that brings up the numbers enough, does it? They aren't alive, right? They're just machines. There must be some way to use that to our advantage. Ugh, I don't even know what tactics were till now. I see. Would anyone care to add anything? Captain? Yes, spit it out, man. I was thinking, would it be too presumptuous to suggest that we ask old Autonomous for his advice? Yes, the inventor. It's certainly an idea. He's a tinkerer of some renown, after all. His knowledge of mechanical matters might be just the thing to give us the edge. Absolutely not. No matter how dire our predicament, we simply cannot countenance calling on the service of that addle-pated old fodpoodle. Captain, with all due respect, that's the only choice we have. He may know something that could be of use to us. I agree. Surely there can be no harm in asking him. You may do as you please, but I, for one, will not have anything to do with such foolishness. This meeting is adjourned. But wait, Captain. I wonder what can be caused the animosity the captain seems to feel for old Autonomous. Something downright ugly must have happened between the two of them. Still, we can't afford to let that get in our way. It's clear to me that we're going to have to prevail upon the inventor for assistance if we're going to stand a chance, but how? Eureka! I have it! You mercenary fly-by-nights needn't worry about upsetting the captain. You'll be gone before long after all. We shall have you go in our stead. Recruits, I hereby order you to visit the inventor Autonomous on our behalf. He lives in a shack rather grandly called the Royal Institute of Autometry. You'll find it to the west of here. You are to request his assistance. You will not, I repeat, will not, take no for an answer. I'm sure noble warriors such as yourself will have no problem accomplishing this trifle mission. Now be off with you. Alright, let's go do that. Let's go pay this guy a visit. Keep an eye out for some treasure chests, too. Nice, poison pond here. Oh, what is this? We haven't seen this yet. The enemy are too stunned to move. Alright. Aubergines. Oh, they're still alive. They got enough HP to survive that onslaught, but not that one. 99 EXP, not too bad. A big jump over what I was getting before. Does not appear to be anything up there. So we're gonna head around past this dude over to the Grand Institute. Oh, is that a nutter? Might be a nutter. Yeah, it's a nutter. I don't think it really matters which ones I attack, so I'm just gonna attack. These automatons clearly are not anywhere near as strong as the. Sorry, they're not anywhere near as strong as attack bots. They're like early model attack bots, it looks like. Attack bots are in other Dragon Quest games, if you remember. Hunter mechs, so on and so forth. I really like the music in this game. Chest is empty. But there is a mini medal, so there's that. Man, I got more mini medals today than I did the rest of the entire playthrough. There's a note stuck on this machine. An automated debris aspirator model ADA003 is out of order. Must source spare parts. Where were? The words mechanized ablutionary apparatus model MAA001 are engraved on a little bronze plate. The words consolidated combinatory combustible combustor model CCCC002 are engraved on a little bronze plate. Where? Oh, it cooks food. I get it. It's even got a turkey in there right now. Ah, Shellman. Is that better for anyone? Nope. Alright. There's a letter sticking out from between the two books. My dearest Autonomous, tomorrow I shall be going hunting in the forest with your beloved brother, Thaddeus. If I manage to bag anything, I shall be sure to come and show it off to you. I might even cook you a little something if you're awfully lucky. Be sure to starve yourself and await my triumphant return with suitable breathless anticipation. Can't wait to see you again. Toodaloo for now, your dashing huntress, Ellie. The automaton is completely motionless. It looks like it's still in the process of being built. Oi! Get your grubby bits off my A-L-L-I-E! Dash it! Now,
If I place the contrary rotary spindling cog here and slot the pandering arm into the snozzle, no, it's still not quite there. Of course, I need to swap this pendulum spring around so that it sits plumb with the auxiliary hose, and that's better. Now to tighten the oscillating frenulator, and voila! Excuse me. We are here, you know. You are not being very welcoming. Do you mind? I have nothing to say to you, any of you, and some rather important work to be getting on with. We need someone called Autonomous. Are you Autonomous? Where's Autonomous? Well, that's my name, or what of it? Now let me guess. A certain Captain Goodwinning asked you to come. And he wants to do something about the rampaging automaton that have been menacing his men, am I correct? Then you are out of luck. I'm afraid I couldn't give two hoots about his men, or his precious castle, or the people in it, or any people at all. I mean, in fact, I have more sympathy for a single automaton than I have for an entire human race. People look at them and think they see evil. Ha! They should look at themselves. Go back to the castle and tell Goodwinning I want nothing to do with him or anybody else. I hope I made myself sufficiently clear. A bone stain. Okay. That's unfortunate. Well, back to the castle we must go, I guess. I love how those niners just like run on their front paws. On their hands. Alright. Ah, so there you are. How did it go with old Thomas? Did he offer us his much needed assistance? Bah, I must say, that's not the news I was hoping for. What is the old Kermish's problem, I wonder? Ah, you're back. So did you manage to enlist old Autonomous's aid? I see. Seems he's a rather stubborn old goat. Well, if you'd like to come with me before sending out your little secret delegation, perhaps I could have told you that and saved you the bother. Trust me, I know the man better than anyone. Captain, we're sorry, but with all due respect, we're running out of options and... Save your breath, soldier. Let's just say we'll need to think of a different approach and leave it at that. That's right, I'm assigning you to lookout duty. I want you to relieve the guard station immediately above us. Is that understood? Very good, and I would be grateful if you would forget that you ever heard the name Autonomous. Yay, I get to be on sentry duty. I tried to add a spiritual dimension to the lives of the hard-bitten troops here, but alas, they seem impervious to the teachings of the Almighty. I was hoping you'd be able to save for me, but apparently not. Alright. What the devil? I'm awfully sorry. To the officer's mess without delay. Follow me, soldier. Godly, how devilishly manly, but I suppose that means something awful must have happened. Now calm down, soldier, and tell me what happened. You say that Frobisher has fallen? Yes, sir. We lost a lot of men. Those things they're... Come on, man, step out of it. Stiff upper lip and all that. Yes, sir. We were unable to hold back their advance. The automaton march on the castle as we speak. That's enough, man. Rest now. You did well to make it here, so gravely injured.
So it seems the automata have humbugged us. Alert the troops. We must put the entire castle on a war footing. Yes, sir. So you will come with me. This time, Autonomous will talk to you whether he likes it or not. Time is against us. We have no choice but to set aside our petty differences for the sake of the kingdom. Quickly now, we march westward. There isn't a moment to lose. Captain Goodwinding joins the party. Alright, stop our recording here.